Yeah, so I'm Jessica Kerr, better known as Jessitron. That's my online handle. And I've been a developer for 20 years. And for like 12 of those, just enterprise Java, whatever. I went home at 5:30. And then I discovered conferences and just how interesting our field is. And this is around a time when functional programming was just starting to emerge. And so I started reading and writing blog posts and articles and then speaking at conferences. And now I'm just so excited to be in software because our field is growing. Our field has a huge impact on the world. And we don't know how to do this yet. We are still figuring out how to use code to change the world in a way that is both the way we want it and good for people. The other day, I was pairing with our CEO, who's Rod Johnson. He created the Spring Framework, so he's pretty fun to pair with. And we were working on a software delivery machine, which is our thing at Atomist. And it looks at all the repositories in your organization. This particular functionality is about looking at all the repositories in your organization and pulling out some aspect of the code from little things like what version of TypeScript are we running, to lots of other things like what's the Docker image, or you can write little custom functions to determine are we up to this particular coding standard? Are we using the annotation we want to? Are we using the newest version of this method, kind of thing? And anyway, it makes a visualization of all of those in like this sunburst chart, so we can see, oh crap, we've got like 8 versions of TypeScript in our repositories right now. But then you can also do automated pull requests to work on that. And most recently, we changed it to be able to look within repositories and find subprojects, because not everybody does a repository per project. So we had a little crawler that's like, oh, everywhere there's a build.gradle or a package.json, call that a project and put it in the graph. Language-wise, I am really into TypeScript right now. I'm also kind of passionate about our documentation, because documentation is so crucial. I think that software these days, it has multiple interfaces. You can think of it as kind of a hexagonal architecture, but maybe at a wider scale, because there's the user interface, but there's also the interface to developers, the operator interface to the people who are working with it. And if you have software like ours that interacts with other software, then you have to consider the developer interface, because every time we integrate with a technology that we're going to call from our software, like, I don't know, maybe a new queuing system or a new infrastructure, Kubernetes, or a new database. We have to learn it as people, and then we teach the software how to use it. So I find like thinking about those interfaces particularly fascinating, and documentation is a big part of that. It's beautiful. The stage was great. I just finished my keynote. And the projector was excellent. I got to like point at it. That made me happy. The coffee's really good, and the beach is super pretty. I got to go walk along it a little bit last evening, and it's neat to be at a conference that's very technical and intense, but in a location that's pretty calm and laid back and has a beach.